Criminology series, The Coven, Part 5. Jet knew something was off. She felt it the moment she took the case. Now that she had assumed the responsibility of this new role, she was already in too deep, intuitively understanding the risk. Although she had the backing of her FBI team, Jet was a different spiritual being, so she was susceptible to unordinary thoughts and experiences. As she drove alone in her car, headed to the pizza shop, she received a vision that was clear as day. She was led to see that Michael West also had similar capabilities as she did, and that's why the energy was so strong between the two. Jet immediately felt his energy just by looking at his pictures. Mentally scrambling on what her next move should be, Jet snapped out of the vision and called her superior to update him on her thoughts. Picking up on the first ring, Jet was met with a very relaxed voice. Okay, Jet. Agent Thomas is shadowing you. As soon as you feel as though you have a vision, just text the distress code and we will step in immediately, Greg said. Jet understood the instructions. He continued on, but Jet cut his conversation off and informed him that she has good reason to believe that Mr. West shared similar psychic abilities and that they may be walking into a trap. Well, Greg said, that certainly changes things. So how do you want to play this? Are you comfortable going inside the restaurant? I see on the tracker you are outside. Jet's mind had been on autopilot since the most recent vision, and she didn't even realize that she had already arrived. Very confident in her ability to succeed, she advised the team to continue to stand by. Jet stood up outside her vehicle, quickly sprayed a mist of her perfume around her, and walked into the pizza shop to meet Mr. West. The pizza shop smelled amazing with the odor of fresh dough, tomatoes, and basil baking in the air. The tables were high with stools. There was also a bar appearing to serve beer, and a few patrons were seated, watching the different sports events that were tuned in on the different screens. Jet took her phone out and sent the text letting Mr. West know that she had arrived. No faster than she could send the text, he was walking through the front door of the pizza shop. Hey, Vanessa, he said, full of life. He was tall, handsome man with bronze-colored skin. He wasn't big, though. He was actually skinny, little arms, no muscles. He had a mustache and a beard. He looked completely different from the pictures, and at that moment, Jet's intuition told her that Michael was an illusionist. Just by seeing him in person, she knew that he had the ability to cast illusion spells and make things seem one way, when in fact, they were the complete opposite. So Jet was now becoming aware that whatever made Satin feel comfortable to meet with Michael West was casted by an illusion. Jet, remembering that her name now was Vanessa, stood up to greet him. Oh, wow. You're just as pretty as your picture, he said, as he extended his hand for the meat. Hey, are you hungry? The owner is my friend, he said. They make a delicious spinach pie if you'd like to try it. Jet was studying him so hard, she caught herself, and began to mirror his personality in order to not draw any suspicions. Everything about this man online was a lie. Jet snapped back and smiled at Michael and told him yes, she would love to try the spinach pie. Michael asked Jet if she wanted a drink as well. She agreed to that also. While the food and drinks were being prepared, Jet told Michael she had to use the restroom. Once in the restroom, Jet began to send God a prayer, and she asked him to cloak her and to not expose who she truly was so that she can effectively mirror Mr. West and complete the mission and possibly find the location of Satin's remains. While Jet was in the bathroom, she had no idea that Michael was setting a table and trying to control the outcome of the date. He ordered a pitcher of beer, but he took it upon himself to pour Jet's cup, which he added a drug that would confuse and bind her to him. Not knowing that Jet was in the bathroom praying and asking God to cloak her. Jet was in the bathroom cloaking herself. He was unaware that the trap he set would be the biggest illusion he ever casted in his lifetime, and it would ultimately lead to his demise, because since God was cloaking Jet, she would not be directly affected in the way Mr. West wanted her to be. Jet came out the bathroom with her same face, but a whole new personality. She appeared weak and soft and immature in her demeanor. Michael really looked at her again and said to himself, "Oh, this is going to be easy." He texted his good friend Andy, Timothy's dad, and advised him that he had scored a new mark to be a part of their life insurance fraud games that were being played. Jet was totally unaware that she had now been targeted by the organization, but they were also unaware of her relationship with God and her ancestors, who were far stronger than any FBI or any other organization. She knew she had to move forward with faith that this assignment was given to her for a reason. As she sat across the table from Michael, she saw the emptiness in his eyes and she felt the fake, phony vibes. But she was ready, so let the games begin. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more short stories.